And now, in studio, coming straight out of the beautiful village of Del Mar to deliver the timely truths on the real estate market. He's a CEO and broker, a seasoned trainer, and an award-winning expert. He's Mark Schwartz, and this is the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Show.
Good evening, it's Mark Schwartz, and welcome to the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. It's been a great week. We want to give you a recap on what's happened with the real estate market, interest rates, activity, listings, sales, and all kinds of exciting things that have taken place this week. There's been challenges, man, in the trenches with Mark Schwartz Real Estate. Today, again, here with Herschel Struther II from Mark Schwartz Real Estate.
How you doing, Mark?
Doing great. Special guest, Craig Israel, who's into music, sound, imaging, and jingle making. Craig, welcome.
Mark, good morning to you. Glad
good morning
to be here.
You. Yeah, can't wait to hear all about branding and what we're doing here.
Do for sure.
Absolutely. And as always, we're joined here by Joe Costa, our mortgage guy with Park Place Financial Group.
The one thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Joe, how are you?
Love it. It's great.
Absolutely. A lot of things have gone on this week.
That was me, by the way.
That was Joe Costa from Park Place Financial Group. So I just want to get back to some of the challenges that real estate brokers face and some of the things that are happening out there. And you, as the consumer, what you should be worried about and concerned about when you're out looking to buy a house. Just a little story. We're out there selling homes down in different areas of San Diego County. All kinds of challenges that take place, tenants that are occupying properties that we need to relocate, working with them and their experiences and all the different emotions that are involved. I mean, would never have thought about in selling a condominium that we have listed that, in fact, while relocating the tenant, came as a surprise. Obviously, she had no idea they were going to sell the place, but legally, the owner has the right to sell the place. He's relocating. And so with proper notice and for showing and for moving, it just seems like it's so hectic. These individuals are always, hey, I'm too busy, I don't have time, yet they have plenty of time to script novels of emails about all the things that are going wrong and why we're invading their privacy and how hectic it is for them. But all they're trying to do, I think, is generate as much money as possible. What are your thoughts, Herschel?
Well, in those situations, people... You gotta love
Just
it.
saying.
People are people.
Absolutely.
And we manage personalities, and that's one of the jobs of a great real estate agent.
Yeah, it's amazing that people are out there with no experience, out slinging homes, trying to, just sell without understanding the psychology of the business that's out there. It's an emotional business. I think we'll talk to Craig a little bit about the emotion that's involved in buying and selling anything. If you're passionate about what you're doing and you're experienced and you're knowledgeable and you continue educating yourself, those are the types of people we want to work with. It's all about professionalism and being on point and making it easy for the consumer to get the job done. I just want to remind you, this is Mark Schwartz, and this is the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show, 858-414-4602. Joe, what happened this week in interest rates?
More of the same that we went through last week. Rates are on a steady rise. They've kind of somewhat found the floor, at least we thought we did beginning of the week. And they went up a little, they came down, and today they actually went up.
So went up. Tell me.
Perfectly done.
Absolutely. So there's only two types of people out there. I don't care where you're from, where you were born, where you're living now, how old you are, how young you are. You either own a home or you don't own a home. And so right now, what does that mean to me, Joe? What does that mean to the consumer out there who's looking to buy a house right now? We just heard that interest rates crept up 1/4 point. And as a buyer, how does that affect us? And tell me a story about how that's, you've seen and what's going on with that at this point.
Well, typically what we try to do when we enter into a transaction, we want to get the borrower to lock into a loan, lock into an interest rate. So right now what's happening is people are coming into the marketplace thinking, okay, rates are higher. Why, can we float? Because perhaps they'll come down. So that's where it gets a little dicey right now, because as we've seen, Mark, in a couple of scenarios recently, when you float, you do run the risk of it even going higher. So the rate that didn't work for you on day one certainly you would kiss the ground to get that same rate because now rates are a quarter higher from that point.
That's the point. So what we're saying here is if you're looking to buy a house, you need to figure out if you're rate sensitive, payment sensitive, what are the issues that you're facing. If you're going to go into a transaction, it's like only if it's going to make sense at the number it's at right now, then you need to lock in that interest rate immediately. There's no cost to lock in. If rates go down, there's a minor expense involved to go ahead and capitalize on that rate. But at least if rates go up, you're already locked in. You know what you're facing. Let's be smart about this. This is the largest transaction of your life. This is the most important. This is the leverage that real estate creates. It's just amazing. And so you have to be prudent when you're looking and you're approaching your mortgage. We've talked about that a lot. It's very, very important to take this seriously. Now, Joe, if I own a home, I'm a seller. You're telling interest rates have gone up a quarter of a point. How is that affecting me as a seller?
Well, it affects in a couple of different ways. Number one, people that were on the cusp of qualifying with the lower rates now are faced with some more challenges getting qualified. These are the buyers, meaning so if I'm selling my property, the pool of buyers that are coming to me are having more challenges in terms of getting qualified because now the floor rates are a little bit higher. So if they were close with their debt-to-income ratio, which is adding all their monthly obligations along with the new proposed loan, if it's close to the threshold when the rates were lower, now it's even tighter when the rates are higher.
Absolutely. I want to remind you again, this is Mark Schwartz, and this is the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. Go to my website at Mark, M-A-R-K, the number 4, homes, HOMES.com. That's Mark 4 Homes. You can search for homes. You can evaluate the price of your house. There's all kinds of real estate tools and local news that you can look for. Hit me up, email me. I want to help. Herschel, there was a situation down in Chula Vista where the house was priced a little bit higher than the market, and we were evaluating it. Sellers calling and asking, what's up, what's happening, and how did you handle that, and what adjustments did you make to get the activity you needed at this point?
Well, first of all, I had to look at the market time of that, educating our seller on what is the market time for his particular house.
So what you said was you actually told the seller what market time is and what he needs to be prepared for.
Yes, exactly. And, obviously first 14 days are critical, as everyone in the studio knows. And so we look at our
I don't know
traffic.
about everybody in the studio. But.
Well, yeah. We look at the traffic. Obviously, in this situation, we didn't get much traffic.
Absolutely. Sellers, if you're selling your house, the first 10 to 12 days are the most important time frame in selling the home. It's imperative that you price your home along with the market. And if you do, within that first 10 or 12 days, you're going to get many offers on your home and have the ability to go ahead and have people compete for it, get the strongest and cleanest offer that makes sense for you. It looks like we have a caller calling in right now. Steve, are you there?
Mr. Schwartz.
Big time. How are you? So you're calling with the truth.
Thanks for having me on your show. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. We want to hear the truth about Big Bear. What's happening up there?
Well, I'll tell you what, Mark. I know you've been up here before. You're the kind of guy that takes the time off and knows how to do it right. And our friends at Big Bear Cool Cabins set me up, and the Simple Man is having the time of his life up here. It's just absolutely wonderful. They've got 400 very unique cabins all over Big Bear, on Lake Arrowhead, on the lake, in Big Bear Mountains, and every one of them is just extraordinary. It's a lot of fun, man. I can't wait for you and I and the rest of the team to come up and do it right, man. This is the real deal.
Wow, it sounds like such a great opportunity. We've always gone up to Lake Arrowhead and Big Bear, as you know, and it's always difficult to find the right situation. It sounds like that might be the one.
Yeah, it really is. Again, Big Bear Cool Cabins. .com, and I talked to Aaron, the owner. And if anybody's listening today to the Mark Schwartz Show, all you need to do is mention Mark's name, mention the Simple Man, do whatever you need to do, and they will take great care of you. He's already set us up. We're going to Holloway's Marina and RV Park this afternoon. We've got a 2015 luxury pontoon boat that we're going to take around the beautiful lake, Big Bear Lake. And the Pines restaurant right on the lake, they took care of us last night. Mark, again, all you and your family and all your friends, everybody that's listening, this is the place to be. And they want San Diego to know that there's not only bass in the lake. This place has the greatest nightlife and the funnest. the most fun opportunities with they've got the helicopter rides, they've got the bikes and the hiking trails, the best fishing, world-class fishing up here. And,
absolutely.
And, again, thank you for letting me call in.
Yeah, for sure. No, we're excited, and absolutely, we want to come up there and experience it as well. And as you know, I go up there year after year, generally in the snow. And so what kind of deals do they have? The same situation in the snow up for skiing and those types of situations?
100%. Same situation. It's just a different world up here in the summertime. I'm like you. I come up in the wintertime and do the skiing and everything else. But, man, up here in the summertime, and being from Minnesota, the people are just, it's been a long time since, they go out of their way, Mark, and I know you know what that means, but, it's just a phenomenal place. And, again, BigBearCoolCabins.com. Tell them that Mark and the Simple Man sent you, and you're scot-free, and they're going to roll off the red carpet.
Thank you very much for calling in. The Simple Man, Steve Kane, and BigBearCabins.com. We absolutely want to come up there and experience it as well. Say hello for us, and we'll talk to you soon.
I will, and cheers to you, and have a great weekend, my friend.
Thank you. You too. Enjoy.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
You're my boy, Blue!
Great. Okay, so this week, I guess if anybody saw the basketball game last night, I know 2 nights ago or was it 3 nights ago? Yeah, well, last night for sure, but it was 3 nights ago when the blowout with Cleveland came back, and they're in Cleveland on Game 4, and you'd think that maybe Cleveland would take that. I don't think anybody's come back from 3-1 down in the NBA Finals before. Is that right, Paul?
It's been a while. It doesn't happen very often. It's difficult to come back from 3-1. That would have been a commanding lead for the Cleveland Cavaliers, but the Warriors made a lineup change, didn't start Andrew Bogut. They went with Andre Iguodala, making his first start of the season. Been a starter for the first 10, 11 years of his career. Coming off the bench for the first time, got his first start of the entire year yesterday, and it totally changed the outcome of the game. So we're tied 2-2. It's going to be a great best-of-3 series from here on out.
Yeah, unfortunately for Cleveland, I don't think that LeBron's going to be able to carry them on their back for 7 games without any help.
You know what? Cleveland looked incredibly tired last night. You saw it especially with Matthew Dellavedova. Every single shot he missed short, which means his legs are absolutely exhausted.
Oh, the dude's all over the place, though. He's got to be hectic.
But the thing is, every game so far, there's been 1 day off in between games. Now there's 2 days off because they have a travel day to go back to Oakland. So if Cleveland get rested, they can get back into this game.
It's scoreboard, baby. That's what it's all about. Steve Kerr, the coach, has 5 rings. You got to go with the strategic mind of the coach and how he has gone and changed up the lineup, trying to be more aggressive on LeBron and a little bit more faster in the hole.
Yeah, but Dave Blatt on the other side, he's a heck of a coach too. So he's going to adjust to the changes Steve Kerr made. So it's a chess match right now. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, no, they're good in the Canada Basketball League, but I don't know how he's doing in the NBA.
He actually won the Israeli League the last 2 years.
Okay, well, now that you mentioned Israel, you gotta love Blatt. I love it.
You knew that.
Yeah, he actually
go Cleveland.
He has dual citizenship. He's an Israeli citizen as well.
I love it. So when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit with Craig Israel, our music and imaging specialist, about branding, jingles, and a whole lot more.
AM 1170, theanswer.com. Hear us anywhere in San Diego and the world. AM 1170, The Answer.
Are you looking to lower your current interest rate or obtain a loan for a home purchase? If you are, Park Place Financial Group would like to help. At Park Place Financial Group, building a value-based relationship is our #1 priority, and our passion is all about helping our customers find the best possible loan program based on their current and future needs. In doing so, we utilize our years of experience and expertise to help you succeed and build your real estate wealth. Give us a call today at 646-245-7856. Licensed by the California Bureau of Real Estate under license BRE number 01841088.
Hey, Craig Sewing here, going to bat for you every single day as your consumer advocate here on KCBQ. I give a lot of advice on your finances, your real estate, your mortgage, your tax plan, estate plan, even things like debt and credit. Look, as your consumer advocate, I'm not licensed to do anything for you, but I will bring you great information, great experts on the show, and most importantly, if you ever need an introduction for anything on your financial decisions or real estate or anything else on that financial wheel, make sure you visit me online, CraigSewing.com. That's Craig with a C, sewing like a sewing machine, CraigSewing.com. I am happy to introduce you to my partners who help me with this show and can help you win in any marketplace.
Over the course of over 20 years in practice, Mr. Garrison has tried more than 45 cases, winning many multi-million-dollar jury verdicts and settlements. Mr. Garrison and his team do not shy away from hard work, hard cases, or earning results. Their reputation for being aggressive, experienced trial lawyers has produced excellent results for their clients, both in and out of the courtroom. Trial lawyers will give you practical advice based on real-world experience. There's only one way to acquire this kind of experience. Earn it under pressure in court. Greg Garrison's trial experience allows his team to counsel you in practical ways. It is their goal to avoid litigation if possible. However, if your case must be tried, they know how to win. Call Greg Garrison. Consultations are free. Choosing the wrong lawyer is not. Greg Garrison is the exclusive criminal defense attorney for The Craig Sewing Show, The American Dream, and their entire team.
Craig Sewing here, host of The Craig Sewing Show. I want you to think in your head for a minute. How much money did you make last year? Here's a better question. How much money did you keep? In other words, how much of your hard-earned money was for you rather than giving it away to this inefficient government of ours? If you think the government's inefficient, I got a challenge for you. I'm going to challenge your efficiency with your tax plan. My good friend Doug Jennings, who you hear on KCBQ all the time, is a savant when it comes to tax planning. As Doug puts it, Craig, I've never even seen a tax return I can't improve. Doug can help you keep more of your money, help you improve your structure for your taxes, your business, your real estate, even your marriage. Why wouldn't you take a moment to get a free consultation? It can save you thousands, maybe tens of thousands of dollars. He's not really a friend of the IRS, but I'm a consumer advocate. I want him helping you. This is something you got to do. Visit JenningsTaxLaw.com for a free consultation on your tax plan. That's JenningsTaxLaw.com. You can thank me later. Doug is a great person, a great professional. He and his wife Peggy are friends of mine. I give him my highest recommendation. JenningsTaxLaw.com. Visit him today.
Did you know that there are over 17,000 real estate people in San Diego with a license to sell real estate? Kinda scary, huh? It makes you wonder what kind of credentials one might have to have in order to represent you on your most important purchase or sale of your life. Let me make it a little easier for you to find the right representative and introduce you to a man that has over 28 years of experience and has built an incredibly strong team with a reputation that Yelp nearly had to create 6 stars. Mark Schwartz is the owner, broker, and CEO of Mark Schwartz Realty, with a beautiful office located right in the heart of Del Mar. Mark's attention to detail, his creativity, and his outside-the-box thinking continue to separate him from the rest. He's a Southern California native, and he's talking to you right now on the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. Get connected with the best of the best. Go to markforhomes.com. That's Mark, the number 4, homes.com. Mark Schwartz Realty, when only the best will do.
Call Mark at 858-414-4602.
Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show, and again with Herschel Struther, Craig Israel, and Joe Costa, our guy from Park Place Financial Group. We kind of got sidetracked there, but we were talking to Herschel about his listing in Chula Vista, and the story was actually the home came in and it was priced a little bit higher than the market, listening to the seller and doing what the seller wanted first. And look, you know, a seller's going to have their own ideas, and you can sit down and talk to them until you're blue in the face. There's no question about it. I mean, the real estate market at this point is absolutely blowing up. However, it's imperative to price your home well and align with the market like we discussed. So sometimes you might go in there and say, okay, I get it, and you think you got what it takes to get over asking price, over the comparable marketplace for whatever it's line in gold, it has a view, whatever it may be. But here's what I'm willing to do. Let's go ahead and try it for 14 days. And at the end of the 14 days, if the house hasn't sold, because we all know that the first 10 to 12 days is the most critical time to market your house. That's when you're going to get the most eyes on your house. The minute you put it in the multiple listing service, it gets exposed to thousands and thousands of potential buyers that are out there. That's the hot time to make it happen. But if you catch it in 14 days and you make that adjustment to where the market should be, if you don't get the activity you need to, then that's okay. You're giving them the opportunity to see where the market is. They need to self-discover what's happening. And but what happens is these listings that have been on the market for 365 days, I mean, you go and you look at the price, you got a broker who says the seller wants X. It's like there's no shelf life with listings, man. You don't make money if the house hasn't sold. So from a real estate standpoint, you got to go in there and actually educate the seller, help them by pointing things out. Mr. Seller, seller. Did you see the house down the street? Oh, yeah, I saw that house. What did you think of that? Oh, it was a great house. Yeah. Well, what did it sell for? And point to the sale price and let them tell you. And they say, okay, how's that compare to your house? Oh, well, actually, we don't have a pool. Well, I guess it's very easy to display the facts and then make the individual self-discover. And that's what it takes. And there's realtors that are out there that have been in the business for a year, 2 years, don't have any skill, no skill set, it's all about psychology, right? Sales are psychology, imaging, branding, all those things is what needs to happen. And right now, as we heard, with a 1/4 point interest rate going up, like we said, if you're looking to buy a home, you don't own your home now. Now we're talking to the second end. You got to look at what you can afford to buy. It's going to take you out. And from the seller standpoint, you're going to lose the buyers. We have a huge buyer pool, but every 1/4 point, you lose like 100,000 buyers nationwide, I think is the statistic. And we'll get back to that a little bit more. Right now, we are fortunate enough to have Craig Israel, our music, imaging, and jingle guy, coming and talking to us about some of the things he does, the psychology of branding, and how one should separate themselves from the other. You wrote a book recently, too. We'd love to hear
Mark,
about that.
Thanks very much for having us here. I'm Craig Israel, president of the Del Mar Music Group. In 1968, McDonald's came out with something called the Big Mac. I
think I've heard of that, yeah.
They had a terrible time in selling the Big Mac because it was more money than people were used to spending on a hamburger up to that point. But they didn't take a full-page ad out in the Wall Street Journal. They decided to use words in music to craft what was just a hamburger on a sesame seed bun. Do you remember that? I mean, can you remember
probably actually recite that, too.
Recite it for us.
2 all-beef patties, special sauce, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Bravo. Wow. Now, Mark hasn't heard that in 20 years.
Make it 40.
40, I'm sorry. He hasn't heard that in 40 years, but he could recall it in an instant. So that is the power of what we do, words in music. Let me give you another example of the power of words in music. Recently, last year, I was down in Sarasota, Florida, doing a presentation for 80 radio station owners of small stations around the country. I only had 15 minutes to present, and I thought, what am I going to do for 15 minutes? So I came into the big breakfast hall where these 80 owners were having breakfast, and I said, gentlemen and ladies, tell me, how many of you remember, with a show of hands, who America's second president was? Not one hand went up. We tend not to remember John Adams only because he came in second. He was just as good a man as George Washington, but he came in second. So in this attention deficit world that we all live in, where half the population never reads, we're inundated with choices, it's a 24/7 world, how are you going to make your product or your company stand out and be remembered first? Well, of course, what happened after that is a big man got up and said, well, give us another quiz. So I said, in today's world, in the United States economy, there are 34 brands of toothpaste that are now sold. How many brands can you, out there in the listening audience, how many brands can you instantly call to mind right now? Most of us would be lucky if we could remember 3 brands of toothpaste. So that's the power of words in music and imaging. And in the real estate world, no matter how many of us have bought and sold a piece of property, it will always remain an emotional moment.
That's a very good point. Again, this is Mark Schwartz with the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show, 858-414-4602. If you're out there, you need to refinance your home, call me, text me now. I'm going to hook you up with Joe Costa at Park Place Financial Group. But let me ask you, Craig, what can I do as an individual, recognizing that there's emotion involved in every aspect of the real estate transaction, to make it a more pleasurable experience for that individual?
You mean as a real estate broker, what can you do?
Broker, yes.
Well, we can certainly come up with a package for you that makes real estate not difficult, not technical. You don't need a PhD. It's something that we can craft with humor, with warmth, with understanding, with knowledge. We are who you are. It's that feeling of, this is a big transaction in your life. We're going to make it easy. And words and music craft those images.
Well, I like it. And so, you had just asked me a question walking in here, and it's like, hey, if I just moved here to San Diego, how would I find you, Mark Schwartz, real estate broker in Del Mar, compared to maybe a Berkshire Hathaway, Prudential, or one of the other companies there, because they're constantly branding. And you brought up a huge point. You're like, these large companies are continually advertising. And is it because they fear losing a market share, or what compels them to continue spending millions of dollars for their own name?
We live in a capitalist capitalist society, the biggest corporations in the United States never stop advertising. Whether it's Princess Cruises, Bank of America, Porsche Automobiles, no matter who it is, American Airlines, they cannot stop because competition is constantly at their shoulders. A couple of years ago, we did the Miami Heat, and we met Wayne Hunziker, the man that owns the Heat, a multi-billionaire many times over, a very nice man. I said, Mr. Hunziker, why in the world are you doing this on radio about the Heat? He said, because if you live in Miami, you have so many places you can spend your money. You can go to the dog track, the horse track. You can go to Disney World. You can take skydiving lessons, scuba lessons. You can try and go to Cuba to get cigars. He said, I have to constantly advertise about the Heat.
Absolutely.
Because competition will never, ever go away.
It's funny because we talked about branding, over-branding, maybe the name Park Place Financial Group, eliminating people. Joe had a funny story. What was that? Did somebody come up to you and thought that he couldn't afford you?
Back at the Kwanzaa Festival in the 90s in New York City, we had someone come by and say, I'm not sure I can do business with your company. You sound too rich.
Yeah, Park Place Financial Group. That's Joe at parkplacefg.com.
And we've had lots of instances with clients who have told us, I've got a difficult name, or there's 3 partners and the name is difficult, getting all the 3 partners' names. So we've taken what has considered to be maybe a difficult client and had fun with it, because we all are moved by emotion. It never goes away.
So that's great, and if you can put something together for me, I would say, Craig, here I am, and I want people to know that I am a relationship-based real estate broker.
Right.
90% of my business comes from referrals, and past clients that I'm working with, my friends, etc., are constantly pushing Mark Schwartz, real estate broker. And so how can I advertise, market, because we are all over the place, to try and send a message that we are there, we feel for them, we understand their position, and then maybe make that count?
Well, we would meet with you or whoever else is out there. We would find out what makes you different than the competition. What are some of your strengths in this marketplace? We would probably come up with a slogan as well. Slogans are very powerful. We just did a slogan for a man in Sacramento who spent $100,000 building a bungee jumping tower. And I said to him, do you happen to have a slogan? He said, no, I never thought of a slogan. So we gave him the slogan is, you're bound to come back.
I love it. Bound to come back on a bungee jump,
ageless. Man. So we'll come up with a number of slogans.
Yeah.
It's all imaging.
Yeah, I've used, I have a number of slogans. One that I've used year and year after is, working hard for you. So it's Mark Schwartz Realty, Mark Schwartz, I'm out there working hard for you. In golf and in real estate, it's the follow through that makes a difference. Those kinds of things.
Show me the money!
That's it. So when we come back in our third segment, we're going to talk a little more to Craig about what he can do for me as a real estate broker, what I can do for you, and we're going to get back to Joe Costa from Park Place Financial Group.
San Diego's home for intelligent, conservative talk. AM 1170. The Answer.
Are you looking to lower your current interest rate or obtain a loan for a home purchase? If you are, Park Place Financial Group would like to help. At Park Place Financial Group, building a value-based relationship is our #1 priority, and our passion is all about helping our customers find the best possible loan program based on their current and future needs. In doing so, we utilize our years of experience and expertise to help you succeed and build your real estate wealth. Give us a call today at 646-245-7856. Licensed by the California Bureau of Real Estate under license BRE number 01841088.
Hey San Diego, Craig Sewing here. Look, one of the things that nobody likes to hear is that they got bugs in their home. Almost all California homes have some sort of bug or termite problem. It's not a cool thing to have bugs running around your house, so I'm going to help you get rid of them. I want you to connect with Lloyd's Pest Control. These are our good friends of the Craig Sewing Show. They can help you. They've been in business putting bugs out of business since 1931. They'll do a free inspection for you. If you want to get your biggest investment checked out, make sure there's not bugs or termites, go to LloydPest.com. That's LloydPest.com and get a free inspection of your real estate today. Hey, your host Craig Sewing here. I got some great advice for you here today. Please tune in. Listen, everyone has a credit score. I am a believer that every one of those credit scores has inaccuracies that affect it within that credit report. It's pretty much a proven fact. Now, the question is, what do you do about your credit? The bureaus don't make money off of giving you an accurate credit score. They could care less. They make money by selling your information to the big banks and mortgage companies, insurance, realtors. I can help you stop that. We can help you get a free credit report that doesn't ding your credit. We can help you opt out of having your information sold. All those letters you're getting in the mail, email offers, it's because they're selling your information to anyone who will buy it. You got to stop it. It puts you at risk at identity theft. Here's what you can get today. A free credit package from Iran Sinai. Iran is the best in the business. He's going to teach you how to get that free credit report, how to opt out, and if you need any credit advice, he'll chat with you for free as well. His number, 866-CREDIT-PRO. 866-CREDIT-PRO. Give Iran a call. 866-CREDIT-PRO. Or if you like, visit me online. Tell me about your story. CraigSewing.com. Call Iran, 866-CREDIT-PRO, or visit CraigSewing.com.
Did you know that there are over 17,000 real estate people in San Diego with a license to sell real estate? Kind of scary, huh? It makes you wonder what kind of credentials one might have to have in order to represent you on your most important purchase or sale of your life. Let me make it a little easier for you to find the right representation and introduce you to a man that has over 28 years of experience and has built an incredibly strong team with a reputation that Yelp nearly had to create 6 stars. Mark Schwartz is the owner, broker, and CEO of Mark Schwartz Realty, with a beautiful office located right in the heart of Del Mar. Mark's attention to detail, his creativity, and his outside-the-box thinking continue to separate him from the rest. He's a Southern California native, and he's talking to you right now on the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. Get connected with the best of the best. Go to markforhomes.com. That's Mark, the number 4, homes.com. Mark Schwartz Realty, when only the best will do.
Welcome back. It's Mark Schwartz calling you from the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. We're here with Herschel Struther, Craig Israel, and Joe Costa, our guy from Park Place Financial Group, who's going to talk to us a little bit about the changes that are going on with the interest rates, how that's going to affect you as a homeowner, as a buyer of a home, potential buyer trying to get in the marketplace. We've always discussed that if you've had a foreclosure, a short sale, a bankruptcy, do not fear. There's a program out there that will help you get back into the market, help you acquire that wealth that you're looking for, create the leverage you need to help your family succeed in every aspect of the business. The real estate market is blowing up. But it's imperative that you're working with a pro. What does that mean to you? What that means to you is if you're not working for somebody who can get out there and negotiate for you, if they don't have experience swinging that club, getting in the mix, we are in the trenches every day dealing with brokers that should not be in the business. I cannot tell you more and more how prevalent it is these days that people think it's easy. They get their real estate license. They have no formal training, no formal education. They don't get coached. They have no supervision. And they're out here just putting a deal together by writing a contract. They get into the mix and they have no way of handling anything that comes up, no way to handle any objections that are going on, situations that arise. They don't have the flexibility, the versatility, or the experience. They've not done what it takes to get it done. And so that's why it's very important, as we always discuss, working with a pro, getting that message out there, and doing what it takes to get the job done. We are in the trenches week in and week out. Just wanted to catch you up on this week. Interest rates have changed. We had some things go on where, in fact, we had a deal that we were working on where the interest rate changed. It no longer was the home affordable. They chose to gamble on the interest rate when they were advised by our guy, Park Place Mortgage, Joe Costa, told him, lock in. What he didn't do was tackle him, hold him to the ground, and force him to sign. But hey, I mean, what can you do? If you're a gambler, then be prepared to lose. That's part of the game. And Joe, I'm going to lead you in right now, and I want to hear all about what's going on, the changes, how that's going to affect me as a homeowner, how that's going to affect me as a potential home buyer, and what's taking place in the business at this time. Here's Joe Costa.
Thanks for the intro. Well,
love these sound effects.
As I mentioned several shows back, the whole philosophy about hiring up a loan professional, this now becomes that much more important. You really need to be advised accordingly. You can't be caught in a situation where if you're floating, you can find yourself not being able to afford the house. So you have to approach it like, okay, at the end of the day, this I can afford. I can live with this payment. I'd like to get it better, but I'll lock in with the idea that if it gets better, I'm willing to pay a little bit of a fee, a discount fee to get the better rate if, in fact, the rates do improve during the processing of the loan. And that allows you to secure the deal, secure the fact that you'll be able to, at the end, close on the transaction. Floating is a concept that could get you into trouble. And right now, the way the market is in terms of the rates, it can get you into a boatload of trouble where in the end you cannot afford that property and you have to cancel the deal.
I think we're talking about the difference between owning and renting as well. And earlier we discussed that right now, compared to how it was just a year ago, and historically it was it only took basically 25% of your income to afford median rent, which now it's up past 30% of your income for rent. Rents are really high. As the market goes up, that people are looking to obviously support their payment as well. So like we said, if you're paying a mortgage, whether it's yours or your landlord's. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. And the flip side of that is it used to be 22% of your gross income afforded to get a median home. Now it's down to 15.3. Rates are still historically low. You may think a 4.25 or 4.5 is like high or higher than it's been, but I got news for you. We were looking at 18, 19% in the 70s, the early 80s. The interest rates right now are ridiculous. And if you think that right now they're high, I got news for you. Stick around for 6 more months. They are not going down. It's time to lock in. Our guy, Park Place Financial Group, Joe Costa. Give him a call, and he will help you. You can reach him at
646-245-7856.
I cannot express again how important it is to not gamble on your future. If you're telling me, man, I can only afford a $2,000 a month payment, then you need to lock in right now at that $2,000 a month payment. If you don't, then when you decide that you want to buy, you're going to be buying less of a house for more money monthly. Right now is it's imperative timing as we're on the cusp of rates rising. Joe, what's the difference between 4.25 and 6.25? I mean, I know when I bought my place, I was paying $800 a month for a $92,000 loan. Right now, what's a $92,000 loan is like $385, $400 a month.
Yeah, it's significant, big time difference.
Right. Anybody that tells me that rates are high right now, I got news for you, man. See me in 1988, 89, 90. We were selling homes. I had an attorney.
10%?
Yeah, I mean, I had an attorney that was making a really good, solid income. Sold him a house for $395. His payment was $3,000 a month. Okay, Go figure on that one.
Well, it kind of falls into what Craig was talking about earlier. A lot of people today aren't on top of the news, the week in, week out news. So as these rates are rising and the new floor is happening, when we approach or we're approached by people looking for loans, they come out and say, wait a minute, that rate sounds high. And then I explain to them, this is what's been going on the last couple of weeks in the marketplace. The rates have gone up. The bond market has taken some hits. And as a result, it's reflected in the rates available to the public.
If you're looking to buy a home now, text me at 858-414-4602. That's 858-414-4602. I will connect you with the number one. My family, my friends, I would absolutely refer anybody I know to Joe Costa at Park Place Financial Group. He is top of the class. He's got his game down. He's been doing this for years. You have to know what you're doing in this business. And if you, the consumer, the buyer, the seller, are not asking the questions you need to ask the individuals that you're working with to make sure that, in fact, they know what to do, God forbid something takes place, then you're doing yourself a disservice. Now, Craig, I know the music business, there's an emotional tone to it. I know that you want to utilize music and jingles for memory and just kind of bringing everybody back. Herschel's a musician himself, and he and I were talking about how just music it just makes you feel so good, right? Memories,
exactly
the brain
right.
functions.
Universal language.
Absolutely.
It's the universal language. Just a couple of questions for you, Mark. How would you describe your business, Mark? Are you filet mignon, chicken, or would you be considered spare ribs?
Filet mignon.
Are you a blonde, a brunette, or a redhead? Well, you're neither.
Is that
of
a trick question?
I'm a brunette.
Are you a Buick, a Ferrari, or a Jeep 4x4?
I would think I'm a Ferrari, but I'd have to go 4x4 because I'm in the trenches fighting, man,
Exactly.
daily. If you could see what we're doing, man, you have 5 or 6 deals that you're working on. You got people coming from every angle. You got brokers and agents that don't know what they're doing, mortgage brokers that have gotten into the business. I can't, Joe Costa at Park Place Financial Group, I can't stress more and more that this guy's the real deal. That's who you have to work with. Absolutely. As I said, we're blowing up. Continue, Craig. You were saying.
Speaking of a 4x4, you do run a lot of curbs. Go ahead, Craig.
That's why I have a big truck, is thinking about real estate all the time.
So every business, no matter what it is, we can craft for you whatever image you want. Words and music is all about image. All of us buy with emotion. All of us buy with image, whether it's a Ferrari or a pack of bubble gum or regular gum. We all buy with emotion. And consumers, we know from research that consumers spend 85% of their time with sound-oriented media, radio and television, and only 15% of our time on print.
Craig, can I interrupt you for one moment?
Absolutely.
So do you recall a jingle? It came out of New York it was a kind of like a Best Buy back then, but it was called Crazy Eddie.
I remember the story of Crazy Eddie.
Okay, so yes. Crazy Eddie, his prices were insane. He used to come on there.
Exactly right.
It was a great jingle. I mean, I still remember those commercials like it was yesterday, and those were in the 70s and 80s.
And you will always be able to recall them. You will always be able to recall them because you internalize them. They were words in music.
And we used to shop there because we would think, wait a minute, we'd go to PC Richards, which was another brand out there, but let's go to Crazy Eddie because his prices are insane. Low.
It's absolutely amazing that, slogans and all the things that we've heard throughout the years that bring us back to. I mean, look, Colton Piano, we could afford a piano of our own. We never thought we could. I mean, those types of things. It's just amazing. When we come back, I want to talk to Craig a little bit more about what he can do to help Mark Schwartz Realty get out in front of the public and spread the word that they know that we are out, knowledgeable, making it happen in the trenches and do what it takes to get the job done.
We'll do that.
AM 1170 The Answer and AM 1170theanswer.com.
Are you looking to lower your current interest rate or obtain a loan for a home purchase? If you are, Park Place Financial Group would like to help. At Park Place Financial Group, building a value-based relationship is our #1 priority, and our passion is all about helping our customers find the best possible loan program based on their current and future needs. In doing so, we utilize our years of experience and expertise to help you succeed and build your real estate wealth. Give us a call today at 646-245-7856. Licensed by the California Bureau of Real Estate under license BRE number 01841088.
Over the course of over 20 years in practice, Mr. Garrison has tried more than 45 cases, winning many multi-million-dollar jury verdicts and settlements. Mr. Garrison and his team do not shy away from hard work, hard cases, or earning results. Their reputation for being aggressive, experienced trial lawyers has produced excellent results for their clients, both in and out of the courtroom. Trial lawyers will give you practical advice based on real-world experience. There's only one way to acquire this kind of experience. Earn it under pressure in court. Greg Garrison's trial experience allows his team to counsel you in practical ways. It is their goal to avoid litigation if possible. However, if your case must be tried, they know how to win. Call Greg Garrison. Consultations are free. Choosing the wrong lawyer is not. Greg Garrison is the exclusive criminal defense attorney for The Craig Sewing Show, The American Dream, and their entire team.
Hey, Craig Sewing here, host of The Craig Sewing Show. You know I'm every night at 6 p.m. on 1170 AM KCBQ going to bat for our audience. What you might not know is we can actually be a resource for you as well. I'm right here in San Diego acting as your consumer advocate. We have a text line. If you ever have a question or concern, or maybe you want an introduction to whoever I consider to be an elite in the finance or real estate space, all you have to do is text my direct line. That number, 619-846-9333. That's right. You send me a text message and I will give you direct advice, no strings attached. 619-846-9333. You can also visit us online. Hit our contact form at craigsewing.com. That's 619-846-9333. Or visit me online, craigsewing.com.
A recent report from Realtor.com suggests that healthy U.S. job growth, strong demand, and a lagging housing supply are propelling 2015 to be the strongest housing market since 2006. In addition to an improved jobs market, wage growth, rising home sales, and bolstered consumer confidence have also created happy U.S. retailers, with retail sales spiking over 1% in the month of May. Meanwhile, in the mortgage market, conforming 30-year fixed rates are averaging 4 1/8, while 15-year rates are closer to 3 1/4. And now for something completely different. In 1897, the world was introduced to the deliciously sweet, cavity-causing dessert, cotton candy, by brilliant businessman and dentist William Morrison. For more information on home loans or real estate, visit our website at aramco.biz or call me at 800-600-7021. This is Alexander Aram filling in for Maron Aram for The Craig Sewing Show.
Did you know that there are over 17,000 real estate people in San Diego with a license to sell real estate? Kinda scary, huh? It makes you wonder what kind of credentials one might have to have in order to represent you on your most important purchase or sale of your life. Let me make it a little easier for you to find the right representative and introduce you to a man that has over 28 years of experience and has built an incredibly strong team with a reputation that Yelp nearly had to create 6 stars. Mark Schwartz is the owner, broker, and CEO of Mark Schwartz Realty, with a beautiful office located right in the heart of Del Mar. Mark's attention to detail, his creativity, and his outside-the-box thinking continue to separate him from the rest. He's a Southern California native, and he's talking to you right now on the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. Get connected with the best of the best. Go to markforhomes.com. That's Mark, the number 4, homes.com. Mark Schwartz Realty, when only the best will do.
Call Mark at 858-414-4602.
The best deals in town are at Crazy Eddie's during Crazy Eddie's Christmas Blowout Blitz. See Crazy Eddie now. His prices are insane.
Welcome back. It's Mark Schwartz, and this is the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. This is
and that's feedback.
Thank you.
You can't handle the truth.
That's right. Realtors out there, agents, average agents, ones that are out there just slinging away. You just can't handle the truth. You guys, you might as well get a job because the real estate market's changing right now. Interest rates are rising. You know, I must say affordability is still out there with interest rates as low as they are, but sellers now have that equity position. I think it was a 1.2 million homeowners now in San Diego still, are no longer underwater, have equity positions in their home, have the ability to make those moves. Call me, Mark Schwartz, 858-414-4602. Download my app, Mark4 Homes. That's the number 4, HOMES.com. I'll be more than happy to reach out, meet you. Let's set up a plan, get you owning a home quickly. We'll hook you up with our guy, Joe Costa at Park Place Financial Group, and let's get that train going.
With you.
Absolutely. In the trenches, making it happen, swinging away, doing what it takes to get you the job, get the job done, get you the deal that you need. Go ahead and negotiate for you. I mean, if you're going in there and you're working with a realtor that doesn't have the ability to get there and negotiate, can't even negotiate for themselves, how are they going to negotiate for you?
And especially make sure that your realtor is not moonlighting. They're not a florist. They're not a car dealer.
We're looking for full-time real estate, full-time mortgage broker, somebody who's in it, in the trenches, swinging away, has done it and is doing it and will continue to be in business. Getting back to Craig Israel, there's some very, very good advice. I've been taking notes the entire time. And I know there's steps to take, and I'm really excited about maybe like branding and imaging, and continuing because I've worked hard on what I got going on. It's Mark Schwartz, and I'm out there working hard for you, as you know, and everybody who knows me in the trenches making it happen. What we can do to make it happen. And then you had in your book, I know you had put this book together recently or in the past, and there were some questions that you were going over with me in sales. They were so basic that it's amazing the average realtor doesn't even ask those questions.
And here's what the questions are, and they're simple, and this goes for you in the real estate world and any potential client of ours. Who are your customers? What do they want? Why do they want it? When do they want it? And where will they go to look for it?
It applies to almost every business, any type of sales. I don't care if you're selling cars, shoes, juicers, or houses. You got to know what they're doing, why they're looking to buy that,
exactly,
when they need to buy that, what's going to happen if they don't buy that, how they're going to afford to buy that.
and when.
And when are they going to make it happen? Absolutely.
So our process, Mark, is very simple. Together, we would figure out what makes you different than the competition. What are some of your strengths? Easy stuff. Do you happen to have a slogan? And we're masters at the slogan world as well. We work with 7 different producers at the Del Mar Music Group. Most of them are in Las Vegas. We've done a number of real estate firms around the country. In fact, I was at a big real estate convention in Las Vegas 2 years ago, and they had 100 of the top real estate companies in the United States and in Las Vegas. So it's a step-by-step process. We would take this information from you about Mark Schwartz Realty. We would give it to one of our producers. That producer would call you directly, introduce him or herself. The producer would probably ask you 1 or 2 more questions. And 2 or 3 days later, the producer would come back with just some words, just some lyrics. We wouldn't go beyond that point until you approve the words, which means you can make changes, corrections, alterations. We're never looking at the clock.
Are you open to anybody's business, anybody that has anything going on?
Absolutely.
Okay, so they could actually visit your website at delmarmusicgroup.com.
Correct. And there's our history there. There's our background. Loads of samples of work we've done from coast to coast.
If you want to email Craig, by the way, it's CISRAEL. That's C Israel at delmarmusicgroup.com.
Bravo.
And he will absolutely help you get and take it to the next level. For a guy like me who has a slogan, who's established himself, who's got a business that's booming, that's in the area he wants to be, is there anything that you could do for a guy like me looking to take it to the next level? I mean, we're already blowing up, got the radio show, we're out knocking on doors, we're in the trenches, we're working it out, we've proven success. And now, how do we get out there and spread the word?
Radio is the powerful tool because it's all emotional. What we together can craft is an image of who you are, your voice, the music.
Perception is everything.
Perception is everything. So when mariners used to go out 800 years ago and looked at the horizon and thought, my God, I can't go any further than that because I'll fall off. That was perception. All of us live our life with perception. So we want to craft for you the perception exactly as to who Mark Schwartz is.
So it's amazing that it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. That you get one chance with people. They're going to go ahead and judge you the minute they see you, and maybe judging is a harsh word, but they're going to absolutely look at you and try and evaluate who you are and what you got going by your shoes, your hair, your nails, the clothes you're wearing, the watch you're wearing, all the things you're doing, your actions, your body language. It's very important to present yourself properly, and I think, like you said, with the emotion of radio, and that's why we're here. We're getting out there to spread the word. We're absolutely offering, to our sellers a whole different avenue of getting their properties marketed and the people that they have in the mix.
And we've had many clients who said, I'm in a difficult business, and we've been able to take what they might perceive as being difficult and make it fun. Put a smile on your face.
Absolutely.
That's the power of words in music.
Wow. And that's your passion, and I can see it. And like we've discussed, anytime you're enthusiastic about anything you do, or anybody does, we're going to want to work with you, and we want to go ahead and spread the word, and we want to go ahead and refer people that are enthusiastic about what they do, because we know that they're the right man for the job. There's no question. Exactly. It's evident that that's what you got going. Herschel, I know you had a quick question.
Well, I was just curious, Craig, where can corporations or executives find you if they wanted you to come in and assist them in their marketing?
Oh, thank you. That's a nice question. They can call us at 877-303-1191. That's 877-303-1191. And our website is CIsrael@delmarmusicgroup.com.
You definitely have a voice for radio, that's for sure.
Del Mar Music Group is DELMAR musicgroup.com.
Awesome. So Craig is a San Diego resident, friend, neighbor, and client, and we're fortunate enough to have him in here and want to have him back. There's so much more we can talk about as far as imaging and branding and using music to our advantage, like the Money Money song we have and all the different things that we use. Mark Schwartz.
Image.
Absolutely. Mark Schwartz working hard for you.
Shaker, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Again, 858-414-4602. Call or text me anytime. If you're a homeowner, if you're looking to buy a house, I will connect you with Joe Costa at Park Place Financial Group. That's Joe at parkplacefg.com. And if you want to take your business to the next level, you need imaging, you want a logo, a slogan, Craig Israel will get the job done. Herschel, what's happening in San Diego this week?
Well, we have the San Diego Fair, as we all know. We've been in traffic.
Yeah, I'm on my way to the fair this evening, babysitting a bunch of 13-year-olds. The Oyster Festival.
Yeah, that's going on tomorrow. My friend Dave Geller's coming into town with his band Thievery Corp. They're performing tomorrow. So shout out to Dave Levy.
Absolutely.
David Geller, not David Levy. I apologize for that.
That's all right, David. So going into the weekend, we got a couple of open houses. We have 3504 Caminito El Rincon. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condominium in Carmel Valley, and it's priced at $399. We have a property in Spring Valley at 1521 Maria Avenue. It's a great on top of a hill, 360-degree views, and affordable at $429. We have the Chula Vista house,
Caminito, Barcelona.
Just reduced and ready to sell. If you didn't think you could afford to buy a newer home in a gated community in San Diego, you were wrong. With rates the way they are, give me a call. Mark Schwartz, 858-414-4602. Tune in next week. Next week, we're going to tell you how to start the buying process. We're going to guide you. That's 8 o'clock every Friday on 1170 a.m. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye. Cheers.